Welcome to This Week in Warframe, a series where I keep you updated on the past week of Warframe, from announcements made by DE to community fan art, posts, and updates. So without further ado, let's go over D's announcements and news from the 10th of June to the 16th. Now before I begin, this episode will cover the spoilers in the Sacrifice quest, so if you're a console player and you really care about the mediocre quest that it was, make sure you click off the video. So, we had update 23 this week. We got the Sacrifice quest, which you can start after completing every quest up until the Apostasy Prologue. Upon completing the Apostasy Prologue, head to your codex or just your little quest icon in the World State window and start the quest from there. Now, halfway during the quest, you will get Excalibur Umbra and the Skiajati, which is a new Nikana. Now, this Nikana will have its own special passive, where upon getting an execution, you will go invisible for a short duration. With Excalibur Umbra, however, you will get some unique mods. These come in the form of Umbra mods and Sacrificial mods. These are exclusive mods for the Umbra Excalibur Warframe, as they do have a unique polarity. Now, you can place these on other Warframes, but you can't form the slot into those Warframes to get the reduction of the mod capacity. Now, these mods are classified as prime mods, so there is a shit ton of endo that you need to invest into them to get to max rank, and that's all you really do in this update. Just farm endo so you can get the maximum amount out of those mods. Now, also in the update was new cosmetics. We got the Umbra armor set, the companion Umbra armor, and some new operator cosmetics. Now, in the operator cosmetics, these are separate from the bundle that I'm about to talk about, and you can get the Umbra blindfold, the Umbra diadem, Umbra earpiece, and the Umbra hooded scarf. These can only be purchased by themselves individually in the operator customization screen, so you can't get them through the market through a bundle. Now there's also the Umbra in action glyph, and then we have the Sacrifice collection. So in this collection you get the Dax Syandana, the Dax poster from the quest, Umbra armor, Umbra companion armor, the Dax Nikana skin, and the Orvius Dax skin as well. Now this will be receiving a reduction in price sometime this week due to the absurd price of the Dax Nikana at launch. Now moving on from the content side of things, we have UI 3.0. Now in regards to this, there will be changes coming in the future, adding the title of the weapon, the item, onto the HUD itself. It has been posted on the forums by Rebecca, and, you know, I guess that's what you get when you ignore the feedback that you get pre-launch of the fucking UI. But in order to customize this UI 3.0, you want to go into your settings, interface, UI customization, and then you can work from there. Now, at the moment, we only have 8 screens with the UI 3.0 system, with the remaining 131 screens coming in the future. Now, at the launch of this, you have 3 themes available to you. The remaining 7 will have to be bought with Platinum, and each of those themes by themselves will cost 50 Platinum, and once again, you don't have a bundle, so you have to buy them individually. Now, on to the next part. We have moddable Exalted weapons. So they've separated the Exalted weapons from Excalibur Prime, Ivara, Mesa, Titania, Valkyrie, and Wukong. You will now have to invest a shit ton of forma into Exalted Blade, Artemis's Bow, the Regulator, so enjoy that 1v polarity and 2 dashes, Dex Pixia and the Dewada, Valkyrie's Talons, and Wukong's Iron Staff. So make sure you have a shit ton of forma. Now, these Exalted weapons will not give you mastery upon reaching level 30, and they will also go back to level 0 upon placing a forma, but the Warframe itself, because they are now separate, will not. At the moment of recording, the melee stance of the Exalted weapons do not count and do not provide a bonus of extra mod capacity, so you will have to invest some forma if you do want to get the most out of the mods that you use. In regards to Titania's Dex Pixia, they've made it so it now uses secondary mods to boost the damage, so once again, just a shit ton of Vs that you have to invest into that. And finally, there won't be Riven mods for the Exalted weapons. So Limbo also received some changes as well. Stasis will no longer stop time for teammates, and because of this, they have reduced the duration from 30 seconds to 15, because it wouldn't be a DE change if they don't take one thing while buffing another. Now, we also got PC controller changes. I won't go over them just as I did in my update video, because I just don't have a controller to showcase them. But if you do care about them, they are on your screen, so you can read them. Now, moving on, we have general additions. Now, this is basically the only other content that we got in the update, besides the UI 3.0, and the bullshit amount of former that we have to invest. So Onkko has new items in his shop. His cave can be purchased as a Captura scene. There's also orbiter decorations with the Eidolon relic, glowing sentient core, hood displays, and a Orokin stone. Suumbaat also received new orbiter decorations as well, with fruit baskets, a boot, cracked jug, iridite nuggets, blue and red spices, and the Cetus signs in blue, red, and green. Now High Luck also got one thing, and that is just one of those fish displays, but for the boot that you get while fishing. Now in regards to the general changes that came in that update, they increased Excalibur Prime's armor from 250 to 300, so he's still on par with Umbra. The Terrorless Gauntless Hydralist will no longer have regenerated shields immediately after teleporting from being stuck. Titania's Diawarded has seen a damage increase to 200, critical chance to 20%, and a critical multiplier to 2 times. There's also some more there. Now moving on from the update, we got 2 hotfixes just after the release, with 23.0.1 and 23.0.2. Now if you want to leave your feedback for this update, there is a number of Megathreads that I've linked in the description, as well as everything else that I've talked about and will talk about. They will be in the description, and for future reference there is timestamps. Now, due to the Sacrifices release, the Twitch Drops campaign has come back. Now, due to the usual issues that occurred in the Plains of Eidolon launch, the Twitch Drops campaign saw changes a day after release. So, in order to get the Starchild Diadem, you will need to watch any Warframe streamer for 60 minutes during the following times: June 22nd at 5 PM Eastern Time till June 23rd at 5 PM Eastern Time. Outside of that time, you will no longer be able to get the Starchild Diadem. For the Teshin statue, June 23rd at 5 PM Eastern Time till June 24th at 5 PM Eastern Time. And once again, that is for watching any Warframe streamer for 60 minutes during those times. And there is also the Cherry Tree Glyph and the chance of getting a former, and that is watching a Warframe partner stream for 60 minutes during the date of the 24th of June at 5 PM Eastern Time till June 29th at 5 PM Eastern Time. And once this has been completed, you'll no longer be able to get these items in the future of Warframe. After that, Limbo Prime was announced for coming June 19th, so probably after this video goes live, he'll be coming with the Distrezza Prime and the Piranha Prime. He'll also have his accessories pack, which comes with the Oblivia Prime Syandana and the Rift Walker Prime Sigil, and of course the 90-day affinity and credit boosters. Now moving on to developer Twitter posts, which are the funnest things ever. We have Steve doing a mini Q&A on Twitter before the launch of the Sacrifice. The only thing of significance here is that the Sacrifice will not be the last cinematic quest, and that's pretty fucking obvious. Steve saying that it's not meant to be a good and evil for the decisions that we make during these quests. It's meant to be a Eastern yin and yang style. We also had Steve coming out and saying that replay is coming for the Sacrifice soon. Now, the music from the Sacrifice will also be coming to the Somachord in the personal quarters. Now, besides that, that is all the information from DE themselves. Let's move on to community highlights for this week. So, starting it off, we had a chibi for Excalibur Umbra by Azzu-Nyan. There is also an Excalibur Umbra drawing by Viktorex, Saryn Orphid by NoxVoux, and 2 pieces by Syllab, which I think the first one's pretty good, and that is a Darvo fan art piece, and then a Captain Vor and Grenier piece. Really like the style, especially the faces. And to finish it up, we have a reoccurring artist on this channel, an Avara and Valkyrie piece by Sylphix. Anyway, that is it for this week in Warframe. If you found the video informative and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. And if you missed out on last week's episode where I recover the past month in Warframe, because I did have a break, it'll be up on your screen by clicking that annotation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.